Hey you all, once again welcome back to my channel. How are you? I hope you all are absolutely good. So students, in the previous videos, we have already talked a lot about subject and predicate, right? And I hope now you all can easily identify that what is my subject and what is the predicate in my sentence. So in today's video lesson, we will further discuss about subject and predicate. So let's get started. So students, as you all know that we already understand what is a subject, right? So now comes a very important point, that can it happen that in a sentence I can have more than one subject? Can it happen? Yes? So the answer would be yes. Of course it can happen. Students, there may be chances that in a sentence we can have more than one subject. So what do we call that? We call that compound subject, right? So what is a compound subject? Sometimes in a sentence it happens that there may be more than one thing or a person which we talk about, right? So the sentence may contain more than one noun or a pronoun. So that would be our compound subject. To understand it easily, you can do it like this way. One subject plus one subject is equal to compound subject, right? Whenever we have two subjects in a particular sentence, that sentence will be called compound subject, right? Is that clear to you all? So now let's clear this with the help of an example. So students, let's try to clear this with the help of an example. So if I have this sentence, Dia, Harry and I watched the movie, full stop. So I told you when we did this concept of subject that in a sentence, if I have name, right? If I have a name of a person, I have a noun or a pronoun. So that would be my subject. So in this particular sentence, I have three names, right? I have Dia, Harry and I'm having one pronoun, that is I. So it means I'm having more than one subject. Dia, Harry and I. So here I'm having three subjects, right? We are talking about these three people in this sentence. So it means that these three subjects together make one compound subject. Is that clear to you all? So Dia, Harry and I am having these three subjects in this particular sentence. So this is my compound subject. Okay. And what about this part? Watched the movie. This particular part is my predicate. So this part is telling about the subject, that these three people were watching the movie, right? Is that clear to you all? So whenever we talk about more than one person, right, that would be my compound subject. Let's see another example. Yellow stickers, old photographs and glitters covered Annie's diary, full stop. Now students, we have to focus on the subject, right? We have to count the total number of subject in the concerned sentence. So how many subjects do I have in this sentence? Yes, I have three subjects again. I have yellow stickers, old photographs and glitters. So this glitters, old photographs and yellow stickers, these three I'm having subject, right? So these three subjects together combined to form compound subject, right? And what about this part? Covered Annie's diary. This part is my predicate, right? It is telling me further about what work was being done by the subject, right? So I hope that this concept is clear to you all. Make sure whenever we talk about the mixture of more than one subject, that would be my compound subject. Compound means when we are talking about more than one thing or a person. When I have more than one noun or a pronoun in my sentence, right? Earlier we were having only one subject in a sentence, but now when we have more than one subject in a sentence, that would be my compound subject, right? Is that clear to you all? Yes? Is it making sense? Okay, now let's proceed further. So students, that was all about compound subject. Now let's talk about compound predicate. Right? The way we had our compound subject, similarly we have our compound predicate as well. So what is a compound predicate? So students, what happens sometimes when one subject is doing more than one thing in a sentence, like one particular subject is doing more than one action or thing in a sentence, like there are more than one verb, so that would be my compound predicate. Okay, so again the concept goes like this: one predicate plus one predicate is equal to compound predicate. You really need to understand this, that in my sentence it may happen that my one subject can do two work, right? It may do more than one thing, so that would be my compound predicate. Okay, so let's see with the help of an example. So we have this example: Mohit walks along the sea and admires the wave, right? So now when I have this subject, Mohit walks along the sea and admires the wave, firstly we have to find out the subject. So what is my subject in this concerned sentence? Who is walking along the sea? Yes, we have to ask the question, who is walking? It is Mohit. Yes, so Mohit is my one subject in this sentence. And what work is being done by Mohit? He is doing two actions at a particular time. What action he is doing? He is walking, right, as well as admiring. Can you see? Two verbs are given: walks along the sea and admires the wave. So it means that my one subject is doing two work, right? Two actions are being performed by this one subject. So it means this is my compound predicate. Is that clear to you all? When two verbs are used in a sentence, so that would be my compound predicate. Let's see another example. Mary sings and whistles to the song. Mary sings and whistles to the song. Now again, firstly I have to find out my subject. So what is my subject here? Yes, who is singing here? We have to ask a question. So what answer I'll get in return? It is Mary, right? It is Mary who is singing. So Mary is my subject. And what work is being done by Mary? She is doing two things. She is singing as well as whistling to the song, right? So here also we are talking about two verbs. Okay, this single subject is doing two actions, so it means this is my compound predicate. Is that clear to you all, students? See, make sure it is very easy. All you need to do is practice few sentences in order to find out compound predicate and compound subject. Is that clear? So students, now we will practice some of the questions in the assignment, and I hope the topic will be clearer to you all, right? So that's it for today's class. Now I'll meet you all in the next video lesson. Till then, stay tuned to my channel. Goodbye, take care, and yes, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel and share the video with your friends and classmates.